Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sayori and this is Doki Doki Literature Club. I butchered this in the beginning. English, man. You think for a game about a literature club, I would be getting better at English. But I'm fatiguing my voice. I'm not used to reading as much. Well, out loud. I'm used to reading in my head. Trying to keep my throat from getting sore. So I might kind of calm my voice down a bit. I don't know. We'll see. But that aside, okie dokie. Let's get into Doki Doki. I'm the last one here again. Damn it. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here. It wasn't for all of you, and I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Oh, she can't wait for the festival. She's not a bitch today. Cool. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part in the festival, but the whole day of the school where we get to play around and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori's all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have a fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Do like Kermit. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Yeah, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? That's not how you spell my name at all. Oh, so that's a joke. That makes no sense in translation. Never mind. We'll just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine coin. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting in the desk in the corner room looking down at nothing. I'll go over to her. Hey, Sayori. I waved my head in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Gigi worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. This is because I said that I would walk home with Yuri. Fuck me. The conversation already disappears and everyone's back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she knows anything about Sayori recently. Since they're preparing for the festival, they might be spending a lot of time together. Until I approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Thomas, what's up? This might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori lately? Anything up with her? And what way do you mean? I mean, I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber band up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Thomas. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, no, it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything. I'll drop it now. No, it's important for me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a time bringing up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing in her mind is you, Thomas. Me? Oh, that makes sense, because the fucking thing I said yesterday. How would you come to that conclusion? Well, it's probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. I feel bad now for picking that one. She's been so much happier since you joined the club. It's like an extra light is turning on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is just like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not different now than it's always been. Nah, that's what I tell you. So have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? Ah, I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I do know anyway? I don't mean to jump to conclusions. She should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Ah, alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori's sitting. I watch her kneel and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from here. I say and sit myself down. Nurse Sayori told me not to worry about her, but follow with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her? I'm letting this weigh me down so much. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Sadly, I notice you're peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just quickly with a flustered look in her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I never really see Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation at her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. But now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and I sit next to her on my own. ... I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I can tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Well, with my thoughts, how are you able to tell what I was thinking like that? Well, it's something I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In that case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find themselves comfort and keep. Wait, of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's in your mind, then I would glad to listen. It's not really that big a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today. And when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not like that, I didn't want you to misunderstand. Jerry and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Oh, I see. Perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive of her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Thomas, the world is full of meaning and often hidden deep beneath a plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah. So you think there might be something behind it after all? Mm-hmm. I think Sarah is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going inside her head. She may not always know what she wants. But I noticed her strange behavior too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. You're just good friends, that's all. Looks deeply in my eyes. Her expression, gentle and curious, as she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, anchor feelings you weren't aware were in you. I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off the whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Let me slow down my reading. I think that's the issue here. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with the filter inside. Okay. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me a water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me, sets the kettle down the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves is really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Ah, I might as well walk with you. Ooh, yeah, why not? Ooh, oh. Yeah, let's go. Where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain all this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Oh, or do you want to tell me? Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Thomas in club activities? Is making tea a club activity? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. I didn't have a choice to stay, so. Alright, did I? Don't believe I had a choice. I'm fucking zoned out. No, just like, yeah. Okay, never mind. I had no choice in the matter. We look like Zook's room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. It just something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? Aw, Yuri, don't feel sad. Don't get mad. Get glad. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting him, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Thomas, how come you, when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them anyway. Hide them away. You can always amplify things in your head. But you always amplify things in your head. Mine turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I couldn't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Thomas, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yep. The nearest water fountain. Once we remove the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Do you like oolong tea? I don't drink tea. Oh yeah, apparently he likes that. Apparently this Thomas likes that kind of tea, so it's good. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. I'm gonna assume that's Fahrenheit, because if that's Celsius, that would be one hot kettle. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert in tea or anything. Hoo-hoo. I don't know how you say that. Is that hoo-hoo? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show? And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. She's warming up to me. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Thomas. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Thomas, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? And why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of my your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yeah, yes! I have terrible reading posture. I think she was talking about the boobs, because ladies with decently big tittle bitties, big old titty biddle, have back pain, at least from what I heard. I like how she mixed up relief with yes! So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go. I don't know if he was trying to save her from the embarrassment or if the character is legitimately just completely mind blown right now. I'll go ahead and get on the floor. Retrieve the book from my bag. Some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since will go with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each of us holding half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri sides closer until our shoulders are touching. Am I supposed to focus on reading him like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand, there's nothing holding the book. I up into a position that makes it even harder to focus because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri has not noticed a simple thing. We'll get back with our date with Yuri after these commercial breaks.